welcome to my channel, Learn and Earn, to live your life on your own terms. Hello everyone, you're welcome to my channel, Learn and Earn Academy, and today in this video, as a part of soft skills training, we will talk about haptics. Now you must have heard this word for the first time. Even when I heard this word, I had no idea what this word exactly means. But today I'm going to talk about the word haptic and what it does mean in terms of soft skills and how it is important for you to be absolutely clear about this concept so that you become a person who would not only go great heights but who would also be respected by the people. So haptic is the language of touch. So if you like this video, you can press the like button, you can subscribe to my channel, and you can also share this video on social media. So let us see what was haptics. Now haptics is the language of touch. The Greek word haptic means I touch. Now study of touch in communication in various situations is called haptics. This is the simplest form of definition which you can get from anywhere. Now we all know that while communicating, we often get the feeling of interaction, get the feeling of intimacy at different level. Whether you're talking to your parents, your wife, your friends, your colleagues in the office, your seniors, every communication is different. And few of the communication would involve touch. For example, when a mother talks to her son, she would definitely touch her son and give certain things love, appreciation. This is the form of touch which is very, uh, in a term of satisfying, which is very rational, which you feel that something is above you and something is there to care for you. Now, every feeling has different understanding and meaning. And this is what you need to understand when you are dealing with people in different situations. Now, sensation of touch can be used for information gathering as well. Now, what is the significance of touch? Now, sensation of touch can be used for information gathering in professional setting. Touch at different instances convey different meanings. The touch of a mother to a son shows a sort of reassurance. Touch generates a feeling. Touch generates feeling of different sorts attached by closer relative or a friend may generate warmth. Now, what does touch convey? A touch conveys warmth, friendliness, regard, togetherness, affection. When we shake hands with people, we feel warmth, we feel friendliness, we give regard. When we touch feet of our elders, we feel a feeling of regard, we give regards to our elders. Once we sit together in a family, we sit together and hold each other's hand. That is a feeling of togetherness. Affection, when a mother loves her son, that is affection. So every touch has different meaning in different context and in different situations. What are the different forms of touch? Patting on the back, touching the head with the palm, touching the feet, hugging. Now, all these forms of touch may be taken in a different way in a different country, in a different region. For example, patting on the back may be considered a form of encouragement, a form of giving assurance, but continuous patting on the back might offend people, might they take they might take it as a feeling of granted, as a feeling wherein you are trying to portray yourself as a dominant person. So these are different contexts in which the same feeling can be understood in a different way. Touching the head with the palm is considered as giving regards, giving blessings. But in some countries, if you touch the head of a child with the palm, it some way means that you are stopping the energy, the positive energy of the child. So you, if you touch a child in those countries, the head, while giving a blessing, it would be considered unauspicious, it would be considered wrong. So this is what is important for us to know. The forms of touch which we do may not be appropriate to the other person, to the other religion, to the other community, in the other country, to the other context. So, this is what we need to understand once we are dealing with real life situations. The negative aspects of touching. Tradition of kissing, especially in Latin American countries, is very common. Kissing the forehead of the other person is also very common. When Japanese woman smiles, she puts her hands on the palms, on the mouth, because it is considered impolite to smile in public. But we in India don't do that. We smile like anything. We laugh our heart out. But this may not be the way people do that in different countries. So before we the point is, before you go and interact or get into a different situation, you need to understand how you're going to behave. And the more important point is, if you don't know how to behave, it's equally important for you to have restraint in yourself. If you don't know something, it's better to restrain yourself rather than to do things which might come out as very awkward to other people. In India, any form of verbal greeting is most often followed by a handshake or holding of hands, the way we do namaste. This is the Indian form of giving greetings to the other people. Differences in haptic behavior: Indian verbal greeting followed by handshake, folding of hands. US and UK, handshake is the commonest form of greeting. Arab and Asian countries restricted handshake. People in Spain, they believe that a handshake should last for 7 strokes, and if it doesn't last for 7 strokes, it does not convey the same regard, the respect, or the friendliness which people expect. So this is how different countries have different meanings to the haptic behavior. And if the other party withdraws or pulls that hand, it may be thought of as a sign of rejection. So once you do a handshake, it has to be shaken 7 times. Arab and Asian countries, you will find that handshakes are restricted. In different settings, these haptic behaviors create different meanings. Even though you have the best intentions to show your goodwill gesture, the way you bring in touch behavior or your haptic behavior may at times be interpreted differently. Hence, while you're interacting with people across the world, you have to understand their local cultures. And since you do not understand the local cultures, what is advisable is to restrict yourself from the touch behavior. Rather than make a fool out of yourself or make others people feel offended, it's better to restrict yourself if you don't know how to behave or you don't know about their local culture. There are 3 types of handshakes: dominance, submission, equality. Once a person does a handshake very strongly, it might give you a feeling of the dominance of the other person. Submission is when the other person to whom you are doing the handshake is giving you his hand from the behind or below your hand. That is a form of submission. And once you are doing handshake with your friends, you do it equally. That shows the sign of equality. So every type of handshakes also give the sign of dominance, submission, equality. What to learn? We come across different people from different faith, different tastes, different genders, different occupations, different business purposes. All these touch behaviors, they have different meanings. And we as individual, we as people who work in corporate offices, we as people who work in government jobs, we as people who deal with females, we as people who deal with people of different nations need to understand and learn the language of touch. The verbal and non-verbal message conveys a lot about your personality. Your success entirely depends upon how you communicate and how you carry yourself. So I'm sure you have liked this video and you have certainly learned a lot about this aspect of soft skills, which is haptics, the language of touch. So if you like this video, you can press the like button, you can subscribe to my channel, and you can also share this video on social media. Please help us to spread education in this beautiful world. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye bye.